thing that I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to get this spine reinforced. And I know I only need a 2-inch piece. I'm going to get my, come here. I'm going to get my chipboard piece out here, my chipboard cutter. And I'm going to do just ever so slightly smaller. See, that's not straight on that side, so let's try this side. Yeah, just to the line where I see all the black of the line. Okay. And I don't need it that long. What was this? 7. Well, let's just do it this way so I don't have to open this all the way up. I'm going to lay it right across there and put it right there. Okie dokie. Goes on that one. Okay. There she blows! Thank you, my little paper cutter, chipboard cutter. Okay, so now this is going to go right into the middle, but now in order to get it to go right into the middle, let's see, I need to lay this out so that I'm going to get this the best I can, get it going straight across. There we go. And we're going to put this right to the inside of the score mark. And this is, I believe, just 1-inch tape. And then I'm going to cut this off. Okay. There we go. Ah! Okay, that little piece is just going to stay with me. And then we're going to let me get a straight edge again. Okay. And then we're going to lay it on the rest of this. All right. And get this cut off right there at the edge. There we go. It's got a little paper on it. All right. Kept getting more paper. Okay. So let's get this scored down now onto each one of those pieces. Okay, now the only one I'm having problems with is the top piece. So I'm going to go ahead and take this bottom piece off. And now I'm going to finish scoring, or burnishing, I should say, this top piece. And then we'll get that off. So that didn't get burnished down onto anything. So make sure you're great on your ends. All right. There we go. Okay. So now let's hold this up like it's going to be for our book. We want to hold that up nice and flat. I've got my hands kind of holding everything so it's nice and straight. Okay, and I'm going to lay this straight down my sides. Now, section by section, I'm going to burnish. And also work your pages while you're burnishing so that they'll want to lay down nice and flat as well. Okay, so now I have a much more functional book. Super easy peasy, right? Okay, so I am very happy with this now. And now all we have to do is decorate it. So if you guys are going to decorate with your own paper, then you know, you don't have to hang around. But if you want to see me decorate it using this kit from Dreamszetc, I've got the 10 journal pages and the 6 extra pages, bonus pages they were, and I believe and it came with the kit, which I will probably use some of the kit for this as well. And then I also have 5 sheets of recipe cards and pockets, and 5 sheets of these pretty little things, which for this project I probably will not be using those, the cut-aparts. So, but I will be using the pockets and the recipe cards because it's a recipe book. And remember, you can print out as many of those recipe cards as you want. So, yeah, then I'll just be sitting in front of the TV at night rewriting off of magazine pages and newspaper pages and all of that. Although sometimes having those that my mom actually touched and messed around with is priceless, right? Envelopes, $1.20. You know, digital kit, whatever you paid for that. Mom's recipes that she actually handed down and wrote notes on, priceless. There, I did a good commercial. Okay, and now I cannot, for the life of me, find the cover. Okay, this one is my cover because it really kind of lends itself to doing a recipe, right? So this is going to be my cover. I think that'll be really, really pretty. Yeah. So I'm going to kind of set this one aside. Setting it aside. So then I have everything else is ready to go and that kind of stuff. Inside front and back pocket, inside front and back we'll handle later on. I have, let's see, I don't think these are quite strong enough to support a page by itself. So I am going to get, I want more lightweight though. This, where are we? Where are we? I want to get, yep. Here's some craft, 80 pound. So this is probably the same. And this is Stamping Up Crumb Cake. I know I don't want to use my crumb cake. That was actually my absolute favorite color. I just need, oh, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. I need 3 sheets. And that probably is crumb cake. That probably is crumb cake. I don't know. Do I have any more? I've been using craft quite a bit here lately. So I don't know if I have any oh, here. Maybe this. Okay. Let's try this. I think this is... No, that's crumb cake. got lots of open crumb cake. This will work just fine. 1, 2, and 3 pieces. So what I want to do with this, first thing I'm going to do, whoopsie, and this actually won't work. I need the longer one. So, and I have that in the other room. No, I don't. Here it is. This one will work perfectly. Okay, so for the first thing I want to do is a 1/2 inch right here. Then this direction is 8 1/2, so 4 1/4 is halfway. And then I think that might be it. Whoopsie. Okay, then I want to go ahead and fold this over and put it on one side of the envelope and see where it comes to the other side of the envelope and make a mark. And then here, doesn't matter if this is open or not, but just whatever you need to do to get it flat. And then, actually I think I'm going to cut it back. I'm going to cut it. I put it, so I made a mark on your 11-inch side, score it a 1/2 inch and score it 10 1/2. How's that? And then on the 8 1/2 side, score it 4 1/4. Voila! Okay, so what I'm going to do is fold this in half. I'm going to run up to the score line. Of course, the most inner one, not the first one I made, but the second one I made. Up to the score line, and then see, that would be the front. Let's go. Okay, let's fold it in half. The top piece, we're going to angle the top piece to the score mark and then come down on the bottom piece and cut off the score line. All right. So on that side, then we're going to fold that innermost score mark, because there's really only supposed to be one. And we're going to glue this together. There we go. My husband just got home. So if you hear some noise, I don't have my door shut so I could hear my puppies. Okay. And we're just going to close that up. If you need to clean up a bit or whatever. So, and then this, we're just going to clip and clip. I'm going to fold the back one down. Actually, it's the front one. This is the front one we folded under, and we're going to fold the front side under and glue that down after we cut it. We're going to close that up. And then we've got our flap. And I'll do that again for you guys, so don't worry if you didn't catch it the first time. And then our flap is going to get folded back. Okay. And I'm going to do tape. Where did I put my tape? I'm going to do tape and glue on this one. Kind of put the tape in the center. And then I can put the glue inside and the outside. Let me burnish and get the tape off. Makes it easier, less messy that way. You can either cut off or bend back on itself. I don't know what I did with my pokey tool. Always losing something. Okay, and then we're going to glue this down. Right on to our edge of our paper. Make sure it's going to be nice and straight. There we go. Let's give that a little burnish. Okay, and then I'm going to, let's see, ruler. We're going to figure out our center, which is right here is our center. So I'm going to take my glue and try and keep it centered. There. And then I am going to make sure that I am not gluing too much down, that this will go straight down, and that this will go straight down. Okay, so there we go. So now we have a place for recipe cards to go in and out, and then I have a spot here, and of course I'll have a spot here, and then back here I will put one of those pockets and probably something to write on here. So there you go. Alright guys, give me a second, check in with my honey, and I will come back and I'll do another one of those sheets with you. I'll do another one of these, okay? Be back in a moment. So I'm going to show you this cut, or this build for this little page one more time. We're going to, on the 11-inch side, score at a 1/2 inch and at 10.5 inches. Okay? And then we're going to flip it, and on the 8.5 side, we're going to cut that in half basically, then score at 4 1/4. All right, so then looking at this, this is going to be your spine side, this is going to be the outside of the book. I need both of these pieces to fold down under to make my pocket. We're going to have this folded. These two pieces are going to fold under to make the pocket. I don't need this one, so I am going to, this is the outside of the book, I'm going to cut off at a little bit of an angle and then cut through so you can see I have cut through the score line and started to cut the entire score line off right here. Try and do it as nice and straight as you can. If you need to go and get it and cut it off with your paper cutter, by all means, do that. So that is your outside piece. This will fold under and close up, and that makes our outside of our pocket. Now for the inside, I use both flaps. So all I'm going to do is cut myself a little triangle, and I want to go all the way through this score line. Bam. So that's all we're going to do is cut to a little triangle out of that. Going to fold the front one forward, and that is what seals down to make our pocket. And then this flap gets bent around to the back, and that is what is added into the book, is this flap. All right, so let's go ahead and get this one done. All right, let's go ahead and close these up. There we go. Now this side here is what is going to get our score tape, and I'm going to put it right down the center so that I can put glue on both sides. Give it a good burnish. And some glue all around where the score tape is not. Got a little bit of tape sitting up. Okay, so this will be our second page. And it's going to go right against the edge of the white. And we're going to burnish right there. There we go. Now this is going to be a working book. So, okay, and then I was going to, if I thought about it, I was going to do better at getting my center, but I didn't think it through. So we're at this again. Let's see, where's a pencil? So here's our center mark. And I guess what's going to work for me is I'm going to put this piece of paper down. Okay, and I'm going to, so that is on one side of my center mark. So I'm going to open this up and follow the edge so that I know I am pretty much getting my glue in the center. Now it's not a really thick line of glue, and you don't have to push real hard in order to, you know, flatten it and have it spread out. But I do want it, let's see, went way too early. So I'm just going to let that sit for a minute. And then I have my last one. So we have, nope, this is my front. No, I did that. I did that backwards. It works that way as well, but let's fold this way. There we go. There we go. I didn't do it backwards. I just started with it backwards. Okay, so I've got my front piece folded in, and then I've got my back piece flipped out. So, a little bit of glue. Whoops. A little bit of glue. And then I think this is probably about it. And this is what I was thinking. Put this is the 10-inch side, so at 5, I'm going to draw a line with my glue. See? There we go. So then fold this over and seal it down. And I'm just kind of lightly pushing down there, not to spread that glue all out everywhere. Okay? Alrighty. So that was my thought process. Now I am going to, because it came up on me. Okay. Get this one added. There we go. Let's burnish. Take it off. Glue. So now you've seen a couple different ways of finding the center of your pocket. And we're going to put this on our last page. I'm going to start just in the corner. There we go. A little burnish. Flip it over. Make sure there's not any extra glue that needs to be wiped off. There we go. Okay. So now the book is getting a little thicker. And I'm going to be very happy with being able to put my cards in here. Now I could probably do the same kind of thing to the back, but I don't think I'm going to need that much. And I don't want to overflow. Plus I'm going to have some big pockets or something on these. Let me get this noisy apparatus out of here. Here we go. Okay, so I think that takes care of the build, guys. So now next will be putting pretty paper. Putting pretty paper in our book. Yay! And gonna work out what we're going to do. I want this to last me a while, so I may use, even though it's not very pretty, I've got a bunch of this. It's, you know, everything has a shelf life. I bought this years ago, and it is starting to lose the black on it. And either that or it's the glue is dried on, and maybe that's all that is the glue from the last piece has dried on it. I'm not sure. I might take some water to this. But anyway, I'm thinking I'm going to use this around my spine to really help. And then you can put paper over the top of it if you don't like the black. But I will put paper across this, but I'll probably just leave the black. Because it's fine with me. And see, then I don't have anything hanging out because this is going to go into a cabinet with all of my other cookbooks and stuff. So keeping everything flat on the sides and stuff on the front and back covers is going to be really important to make sure that that, you know, is going to work well. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.